Okay, announcements. November 25th, 2020 is Conference Exchange Day. There's no school. November 26th through the 27th is the Thanksgiving break, no school. November 29th, 2020 is the City of Fairfield Parade of Lights from 6 to 8 p.m. at Harbin Park. And I know Mr. Smith has been very diligently working on that, and he's very excited because Christmas is his favorite time of year. If you've seen his office, you know exactly what I mean. December 9th, 2020 is the Business Advisory Council meeting from 1 to 2 p.m. This is a virtual meeting. Please contact Mandy Ogg at ogg_m@fairfieldcityschools.com if you're interested in attending virtually. December 10th, 2020 is a board meeting at 6:30 p.m. at the Catherine D. Milligan Community Room right here at Fairfield High School. December 21st is Conference Day. There's no school. Conference Exchange Day. Apologize, no school. And December 22nd, 2020, our winter break begins. No school. And on January 4th, 2021, school resumes following winter break. Okay, we'll move into board member comments, and I'll start with Mrs. Shorter.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to say thanks to the high school staff, Mr. Rice, and thanks to Mrs. Ogg and Curriculum for presenting this information to us. I'm so happy to see what we're doing with Torch Prep, and I'm glad that this is a big focus. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. And thank you, of course, Mrs. Lane, for that 5-year forecast. You keep us on our toes, keep our books good, and I think that's it. I'm probably forgetting something, but I'm getting old, so.
Thank you very much. Mr. Begley?
Yes, thank you. I want to thank Mrs. Pospischel, Principal Rice, and Assistant Principal Sanders for their presentation tonight. I've often said in the year of COVID, with the threat of remote school, I think our very best students, you could give them stone tablets and they would still find a way to be successful. But what you heard tonight in this report was that we're focusing on 250 students that are right there on the cusp of improving their scores enough so that they can be have a much greater chance and to be successful at the college level, to avoid remedial classes, and I think that's a huge accomplishment and a great focus. And then providing that Torch Prep for all of our juniors, I think will be very beneficial, and so I really much appreciate that focus and that drive by that group. Thank you to you too, Mrs. Ogg. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Gundry?
I also want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and to thank Mrs. Ogg and the high school staff and Mrs. Pospischel for the presentation. It will be very interesting to see where this goes, and I'm excited about seeing the progress in the years to come with this program. And thank you, Mrs. Lane, for the 5-year forecast. That is so much information, and you do such a great job putting it all together. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Clark?
I'll start backwards from you. Thank you, Mrs. Lane, for the information. It was informative, and you do a great job. Thank you. And Mrs. Ogg, I want to encourage people to join the Business Advisory Council. I no longer am, but I want to encourage people to join that, attend that. It's enlightening and it's involving too. So, Billy, thank you for being so transparent with everything that is going on in this pandemic environment. Again, day to day is how we have to live. Wear the mask, wash your hands, be attentive, make sure your kids are, and we'll get through this. Because happy Thanksgiving. No more than 10. Don't share your turkey with anybody. But we will get through this. But I appreciate your transparency always, being upfront and clear with everything. That's really important. And again, Ms. Shorter, thank you for that ed choice, bringing that back to the surface. Sometimes things get overlaid, and sometimes that's the way politicians work. They kind of sneak things in there. But thank you for bringing it up. Again, fairness and accountability has to be, it may not be, but it should be in place there. So, again, thank you all, and glad you're back this meeting, Mrs. Shorter.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. My comments are just this, I want everyone to have a tremendous Thanksgiving, but please help us keep our schools open by making smart decisions when it comes to how you're gathering. We have struggled mightily to make sure that every student has the opportunity to learn in this district, whether it's face-to-face or remotely. And it'd be a shame if because people weren't making smart decisions over this Thanksgiving break, that it just kind of came crashing down on us. Our numbers have been good. No major outbreaks. The quarantines are not great, but it's not catastrophic. And if everyone just makes smart choices for Thanksgiving and, don't go over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house if you don't have to, please stay home, enjoy your family, just don't have massive gatherings as Mr. Clark alluded to. And we can keep our schools open and we can keep the kids in the classroom where they belong and where they need to be well-rounded young adults. So thank you very much. At this time, there is a need to recess to executive session to discuss the employment and discipline of a public employee, 121.22G1, and court action, 121.22G3, pending or imminent litigation. Is there a motion to convene to executive session?
So moved.
Second.
I heard Mr. Begley and Mrs. Gundrum. Any questions or comments? I do not anticipate any action to follow executive session. Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes. Motion passes. We convene executive session at 8:31 PM. Thank you all very much.